How do you rebuild your collection after losing it all in a fire? Well, you do it very slowly. So we're doing that today in this collection update with a Kino Lorber sale and one release from Vinegar Syndrome. So to kick it off, we've got something fun from Vinegar Syndrome, and that is the cinematograph little parachute guy for, of course, if you don't know what it is, it's for the movie Drop Zone, which this came out. It's from their cinematograph line. It's that excellent packaging. I still haven't opened it up, but let's open it up right here so we can all see what it looks like. And here is our Drop Zone friend. So here is Drop Zone from Vinegar Syndrome. This movie stars Wesley Snipes and Gary Busey, and it is apparently an excellent early 90s, sort of mid-90s action film here. And you can see with this box, it is rigid. It comes with a J card, which I have bent a little bit on the back here, and lovely enough, it comes with a sticker on top to keep the J card on. That is something that I think more studios and more people that do physical media need to do, because those J cards, if you put the little snot glue on the back, that's a pain in the ass to get it in and off the shelf. This is a lot easier, and also it's just a better way to keep it protected. All of these cinematograph releases here come with a bit of a book that shows off essays and pictures from the movie, so you can check that out as well. And then of course it's got two beautiful discs here, one a 4K disc and one a Blu-ray disc. So we'll just get a look at that. And it comes with this nice packaging. Very nice presentation here from Vinegar Syndrome. I still have to watch Drop Zone. I got it based on just the fact that the movie looked awesome and that it had this sort of, 90s vibe to it. So let's get this back in here without destroying the string on it. But yeah, it comes from Paramount and goes right back in like that. Very easy, very awesome. So I can't wait to see Drop Zone. Let me know if you've seen this movie, if I should put it to the top of my first time watches or not. Gotta cover my address on both sides of this box because Kino Lorber did that. Is it on the bottom too? It is on the bottom too, so you can only see this side of the box. But we've got some nice releases from the Kino Lorber sale. A lot of these will be movies that I owned previously that I'm repurchasing. Some of them are new purchases, so let's dig in right here. Some of these I didn't actually get to watch either because they were for Christmas, and shortly after Christmas my house burned down along with my entire physical media collection. But to kick it off, we have Buried Alive from Kino Lorber with a sticky residue on the front there on this plastic. But this is Tim Matheson, Jennifer Jason Leigh, William Atherton is in it. It's directed by Frank Darabont. It's from 1990. Couples sort of greed takes them into different places with grave consequences. It comes from the same person who wrote Pumpkinhead, and it's based on a story by David A. Davies. It's an engrossing suspense tale with stylish direction and fine performances that keep you on the edge of your seat until the final frame. Frank Darabont is amazing, so anything from him I will watch. The Blob is one of my favorite horror movies from the 80s, so this movie has a great cast. So yeah, I can't wait to watch Buried Alive. Got reinserted into the collection. We had to get this 4K. I have seen this movie. I haven't watched the 4K, but that is Spaceballs from Mel Brooks, the Star Wars parody that George Lucas approved of. Basically they said you can do everything, you just can't make merchandise for it. So that's an interesting wrinkle here that we have for Spaceballs. If you haven't seen Spaceballs, you gotta check it out, especially if you love sort of these Mel Brooks comedies, parodies. This is a great one. It's not like those strange, it's like not like the Scary Movie sequels or whatever. It takes itself a bit seriously. But you've got an excellent cast here. Bill Paxton, John Candy, Daphne Zuniga, Rick Moranis. Mel Brooks is in it himself. He directs it. Dick Van Patten. Great parody. Really funny comedy. If you haven't seen Spaceballs, you had to have been 12 or 13 at some point and watched this movie. That's kind of when I watched it. I watched it over and over again. And Spaceballs is an excellent one. I can't wait to see what the 4K looks like from Kino Lorber. Next up, we have I'm Dangerous Tonight. You want to know why I wanted to watch this? Well, besides the fact that it does have Anthony Perkins, Dee Wallace, and R. Lee Ermey, it has Mad Chinomic, who is smoking hot, and she's in this movie. It's from Tobe Hooper, the director of Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Salem's Lot, Poltergeist, Life Force, basically one of the masters of horror, of all masters of horror here. And Amy finds a mysterious old cloak and turns it into a sexy red dress. And it awakens demonic impulses inside of her, so it's sort of the femme fatale, you know, sort of dangerous woman. And this movie just looked awesome, and she's in it, and she's smoking hot, so I wanted to watch it. I'll have to watch this one, put it on the watch list immediately. We've got some more here. We've got, I love me some holiday-themed horror movies. We've got New Year's Evil. Yes, this one, I haven't seen this one. It stars Chris Wallace, Roz Kelly, Kip Nevin, Grant Kramer, and it's directed by Emmett Alston. I've never heard of any of those people, but it's from 1980, and it is a horror movie that is themed around the New Year's holiday. So can't wait to watch this one. Maybe I'll watch it with a double feature with some other strange holiday movies. Let me know if you've seen New Year's Evil in the comments down below. Here's one I have seen. It is Hard Target, the 4K here. Jean-Claude Van Damme and John Woo. What more do you need to know? You don't need to know any more than that. Go watch it. This movie kicks so much ass, and Jean-Claude Van Damme with John Woo is just an action fan's sort of wet dream here. It also has Wilford Brimley. It has Arnold Vosloo from the Mummy movies, and so yeah, it's just kind of all around in 1993. This is Jean-Claude Van Damme, like the peak of his powers. Great movie, great action movie. If you want to see Jean-Claude kick some ass to the directorial stylings of John Woo, this is what you need to watch. Next up, we have a sort of double feature of Charles Bronson. We have the 4K of Death Wish. And so Death Wish, the original movie, is great. It is Michael Winner directed it and co-produced it. It's from 1974. If you're looking at the Death Wish movies and you're going, those movies look pretty good, this is like the best movie of all the Death Wish movies. If you watch this one and you like the rest of the series, you can watch Death Wish 2 through 5. But this one is just a stunning look at crime in New York City in the 70s and about how far one man will go to basically protect himself. And then you see the evolution of that from this movie into the sequels, and it's kind of outrageous, but this movie is excellent. The 4K, I've heard, is a stunning presentation. I've only seen this movie on Netflix and on TV, of all things. AMC had a Charles Bronson marathon that I used to watch, and so this movie, I love it. It's great. The annoying detective guy from this movie returns for the second movie. You get to see more of him, but Death Wish 1 on 4K is astounding. Death Wish 2 on 4K is also really good. That's from Vinegar Syndrome, and one that I need to replace in my collection. But we're starting off the Death Wish series with the 4K of the first movie. Then we've got a Charles Bronson movie that I've never seen, and that is Violent City on Blu-ray. And it has Telly Savalas, star of Kojak, Jill Ireland, who was married to Charles Bronson at one point. And yeah, this is from 1970 and 1973. And so, yeah, it's Charles Bronson, Jill Ireland, Telly Savalas, who plays a crime boss, and savage action and a shocking twist. Violent City was directed by Italian ace Sergio Solima, and then it includes The Family, the 1973 U.S. cut. So you get both the Italian film and the 73 U.S. film here in one package on Blu-ray, so I can't wait to watch both of these because Charles Bronson's hands down one of my favorite action actors of all time. His movies are just kind of comforting. It's just nice to know you're going to sit down and watch this guy kick some ass and the bad guys are going to get their asses kicked. That's basically what you're doing when you're watching a Charles Bronson movie, so can't wait to watch Violent City. Well, speaking of Death Wish 4 and 5, we have Death Wish 4 and 5. We have Death Wish 4, The Crackdown, and we have Death Wish 5, The Face of Death. These two are great, very cheesy, very sort of, late 80s, early 90s action films. This one is a little bit less. You can see Bronson's a bit long in the tooth, a little bit old looking. He was not old looking when he was in his 70s, but, it kind of ran its course here with Death Wish 5. Death Wish 4 is just more of the same from 2, 3, and 4, just non-stop action. Bronson's going out and kicking some huge ass. This one, all of his family members die in Death Wish movies. This time it's his girlfriend's daughter that gets killed by this new sort of crack drug, might remind you of fentanyl or something that people deal with today. But it's directed by J. Lee Thompson, who directed Murphy's Law, another great Charles Bronson movie. So Death Wish 4, The Crackdown, and Death Wish 5. Glad to have these in my collection. Now we just need Kino to get Death Wish 3, the license to that. That's one of my favorites in the series, and then once we get Death Wish 2, we can get the whole series and do sort of a big long run through all of these movies because they're excellent, they're fun to watch, they are easy to watch, and Charles Bronson is just amazing. Last movie here, and I know we all harp on the fact that streaming is bad, physical media is good. Well, in the early days of Netflix, there was this phenomenon where you could go on and you could actually find movies that you liked and that were interesting. They weren't just these kind of piles of crap that Netflix pushes out for $250 million now. And one of those movies that I saw on Netflix that I rewatched, that I watched and was like, I need to see this movie, again, is Stretch. This is my first time owning this movie, and it's got Patrick Wilson, Ed Helms, and it's sort of one of those like one-night movies where somebody goes in and they are one person and they come out and they're a different person. And Stretch is Patrick Wilson's character, and he drives a Stretch limousine, and he needs to pay off a debt to a gangster and finds a client that leads him to basically this new world that he goes into with a night of adventure, sex, and danger. Jessica Alba plays the sort of girl on the phone that is helping him out. It does feature Randy Couture, it has Ray Liotta, it has Brooklyn Decker, it has David Hasselhoff, it has a bunch of huge names that if you haven't heard of this movie, you'll be like, why are all these people in this movie? How have I not heard of it? But it's a great movie from director Joe Carnahan. It's from 2014. I can't recommend Stretch enough, and I can't wait to watch this one because it's just, I love these types of movies, these one night only, whatever you're doing. I have a script that I've written that's called One Night Only that is sort of like this movie, sort of like those like Take Me Home Tonight, action-ish comedies. And Stretch is no different. A great underrated gem that is truly an underrated gem that you probably haven't seen. You should go out of your way to go watch Stretch. So we are slowly but steadily rebuilding the collection to its former glory with some new titles, some old titles, some stuff that's interesting to watch, some of my favorite movies in this pile here. What have you gotten in your collection recently? Let me know in the comments down below. And if you like this video and you want to know how I'm putting my collection back together with all of my tips, check out this playlist right here, and it's got all of my collecting tips on it right there.